Hello and welcome back for another episode of Patriotic Housewife. We are going to be looking at the Sean Ryan show interview that he did with Brian Harpool, I think his name is, Charlie Kirk security, who did an interview with Sean Ryan. It was like 2 hours long. And essentially, not essentially, he blames UVU for the reason that there was not enough security there that day. We're just going to immediately jump into that. Again, guys, if you like my content, please like and share it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. It is good for my growth. And I appreciate the support. So let's just jump right into this. All right.
Your pride or whatever it is, we need some help. I took 12 guys there. I had double the amount of people there that the PD had. And we're only responsible for the first 30 meters in movement in and advance in and receiving and out. And we had 12 guys. They gave me 6 for the rest of the campus.
The law.
Sorry, guys. 2 seconds.
New power move.
If you live in a Florida, Georgia, or South Carolina zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years.
Jeez.
Yeah. And so that's not the question for me to say, why didn't they? That's the question for them. And so there was that one, the site, man, it wasn't up to us. 2, drones. I can't break the law to do something I want to do. Otherwise, I'd have showed up with an APC.
Well, with the drones, you were in coordination with local police department, correct?
No, that the UVU has jurisdictional authority. It's their campus. Orem is the outside city. They weren't there because they hadn't asked. They hadn't been asked to come by, and we can't ask them to come. I can't call Orem PD and say, hey, man, send me 10 guys. I can't do that. I don't have the authority to do that or the budget.
Mm-hmm.
But the city, the school PD has an MOU or mutual aid agreement with them. Why not just call them and say, hey, can you guys send us 10 guys over here for Overwatch, all that? And I say that only because we had previously talked about areas of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And then the areas of responsibility and I had and our guys all have not only an area of responsibility, but there's a job in a job. So you have your area and you have a job for that area, but then you also know the guy's area and job next to you in case he goes down or something, you have to backfill him. And then we have the bubble around the protectee. And mathematically, 2,000 people are in front of you. Where's mathematically the threat coming from?
The front.
Right. And so we're looking for walk-ups. People walk up, setting down a package, walking away, displaying a firearm, everything from throwing balloons full of piss to muriatic acid. We've had all kind of stuff thrown on us over the years. And so there's a reason why those things are set up that way. And there's a reason why those guys that day were set up around there. Every guy has a job. Every guy has a detail. Every guy knows the guy's job next to him. And so we have that set. And then other people have areas of responsibility. Well, the Monday before the event, we were still working through the arrival. And so we have concerns with rooftops.
Mm-hmm.
We got a location that we're not keen with. We know what our responsibility is. We know what our statutory authority is. We know that we can't go up and set up our guys in sniper observer positions. It's not going to be allowed. And so we have some correspondence with the chief of the school on that day, on Monday before Charlie was killed. And why this hadn't come out and why he won't stand up like a man and admit this, I don't know. But he's watching a bunch of men lose their careers. And he's okay with it. On Monday before, this correspondence went to Chief Long. Hello, Chief Long. We received this message today from the student group. There is a student roof access pretty close to where CK will be set up at the Utah Valley. The Sorensen Center has a couple of staircases that go up to walkways on the roofs. He comes back, and for edification, the Sorensen Center was the building in front of the Lucy Center. And so he comes back and he says, you want access to the roof. And came back and said, I was told students have access above us. If this is true, it would be nice to either have it controlled access or allow one of my guys to be there as well, if possible. He comes back, and his last correspondence was, I got you covered. What else am I to do? When a command level person from an accredited police department says, I've got this area.
Jeez.
No beanie.
Have you been in who is that?
That was the chief of police for the UVU police department. We've called him. He's never called us back.
Holy shit. Does he have a name?
I mean,
Chief Long.
Chief Long.
And I didn't know if it said deputy in that or not, because in the correspondence or in his stuff on the website, it says Deputy Chief Long.
all right, guys, we have a guest in house here. We have Miss Selena. Sorry. My little long-haired chihuahua here. So for them to say, I have your back, essentially, I got it handled, and then not handle it, that is, I'm speechless on that one, because, okay, so fine. They are obviously at fault. I'm glad he has that in writing, but why did no one verify that? Why did someone the day before not double check and say, hey, I know you said you had this covered. What is the plan? Who's covering it? Can we meet with them prior to the event if we arrive a little bit early and just, discuss a plan? Like I would think that local law enforcement would get with security, would get with private security and coordinate a whole plan. I do know what he's saying about, well, what am I to do? I reached out. This is what I was told, but you wouldn't double check, because I would have double checked. But that is interesting that UVU dropped the ball, and I'm curious to see what their excuse or response is going to be to this airing and now being, public knowledge, and it's in text message. So it'll be interesting to see how the college reacts to that on Sean Ryan podcast. But yeah, I really will say I watched the whole interview last night. I genuinely feel bad for Brian is his name, because I really think that what happened that day messed him up. I mean, it messed everybody up, but it seemed like from the interview, it really, really messed him up. So for that, I hope that he eventually has some peace, and hopefully we get more answers from UVU and local law enforcement on why that wasn't coordinated. But for now, let me know what you guys think in the comments, what your thoughts are. Did you watch the whole podcast? Let me know. As always, please like, share, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.